I'm searching the web for the latest gaming news. Searching GameZillaMedia.com. Downloading headlines.
Alexander, what about this monster story of yours?
Download complete.
A lot of exciting things took place at BlizzCon. Unfortunately, Blizzard just couldn't get out of their own way. So, yeah, we got a remaster of Warcraft 3. Yeah, we got a new hero for Overwatch. But
also, Overwatch is shutting down.
Yep. What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I wish it would, though.
No, it's not.
You wish it would.
It's just too much publicity for Overwatch still. Like, I like the game. It's enjoyable. But, like, every time I flip on my news article, it's always Overwatch.
Yeah, well, just because you don't like Overwatch doesn't mean they can't talk about it. What would you rather they talk about?
Jesse, I've sat here for years and just listened to you talk about League, and I couldn't care any less.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want my phone to do. It's supposed to be a smartphone. I would look up League shit on my phone.
You do
give me
realize you
articles
can
about
tell
League.
it. You can tell your phone to stop showing you Overwatch news, right?
But you never told me that.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, Diablo 4 did not get announced, like everyone was hoping it would. Rumors circled before BlizzCon really got going, and Blizzard kind of shut it down, said it's not going to happen. And instead, Diablo Immortal got announced, which is a mobile game. And
Diablo 4 Immortal.
No, this is actually takes place between Diablo 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a full-fledged Diablo game that's a mobile game, and at first everyone was kind of like, I don't want to say everybody, but at first I think people were interested until they started to unravel it and really get upset. And I think it started quickly at BlizzCon, where all these people gathered thinking that they were going to get this next major installment, whatever it be, for Diablo, and instead they got this mobile game that was yes, Blizzard had their hands in on it, but it was also developed by, was it NetEase? Yeah, NetEase Games. And people started to reference a game that they had made and that this was a reskin, and it looked just like another game that NetEase had created, and it just blew up. I mean, you're talking Blizzard releases a trailer on YouTube, and it gets 2.3 thousand likes and 25,000 dislikes. And that's pretty impressive when you're Blizzard to be able to throw up a video and get that much hate.
See, this is the fans overreacting and being stupid. You want to know why? They don't know their history. They don't know that things like this can be monstrously successful. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 80s. Let's go back to when the biggest video game company in the world, reskinned a little game called Doki Doki Panic and sold it to us as a Mario game. Made a ton of money, and Mario 2 is a great game. So don't go around bashing Diablo Immortals because it's a reskin of a different game. It could be great.
Maybe.
Work for Nintendo, could work for Blizzard. I don't even know if it's a maybe.
We have an update on the videos, by the way. I'm sorry. They have 3.3 thousand likes and 85,000 dislikes. So just a little bit of difference.
Those are the same nerds that have been like, I don't want to play Doki Doki Panic.
So, again, I think the issue here was Blizzard came out and started to kind of build up on... Blizzard does this, right? They are very epic when they come to their announcements, and they really pushed that Diablo was going to have the spotlight. It was going to close the opening ceremony, and everyone was like, cool, we're getting Diablo 4. And it turns out, just today, it started leaking that they were supposed to get Diablo 4. Diablo 4 was actually supposed to be at BlizzCon, according to sources on Kotaku, stating that it was pulled last minute from BlizzCon. And in this place, Diablo Immortals was put, and yes, now you can start to see where some of this anger from this fan base came from. It doesn't mean Diablo Immortals won't be good. Like, you're right, it could be a pretty decent mobile game. Might be one of the better mobile games that's been released in recent times. But bottom line is, how do you give a mobile game for an installment of Diablo the spotlight at BlizzCon 2018? I could see being very disappointed in that as well. As far as the build-up going through, I mean, heck, Warcraft 3 Remastered is a better spotlight than I think Diablo Immortal.
Warcraft 3 is getting a remaster?
I don't know what you're pointing at. But go ahead.
Wait, that was a serious question. Warcraft 3 is getting remastered?
Yeah.
I didn't watch anything about BlizzCon because there wasn't Hearthstone or
I said that right at the
or
beginning.
Overwatch.
Right at the beginning of this news article, you
Man.
clearly were playing with your iPhone over there.
I was thinking about how Overwatch wasn't announced
Were you
for the Switch.
pre-ordering Diablo Immortals?
Yeah, I was making sure I was on that mailing list. What's it coming out for?
So,
Just PC?
A PC is what I know of so far. Yeah.
Thank you.
so we have an email relating to this subject, so we're not just saving it for the email segment.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
I was hoping you
Don't know what
yeah.
that is.
Now you know.
Now
If I
I know.
point to the screen, it means I want to read something.
That could be
on the
like
screen.
shows getting too long. That could be like
No,
talk louder.
that's I tap
That
the
could be
wrist like it's
I
a
need to take a
rock.
dump.
Wow. No, that's I know sign language for that. I know how to. Yeah, I know a little bit of sign language. So
Can we see it again? What does it look like? Oh, it's like the thumb coming out of the bottom of your other
Yep.
hand. Got it. Okay.
that's you got to poop.
Got it. All right. We understand it now. We clarified. That's
Yeah.
good. Anyways, we have an email.
So I'm gonna smoothly point to this monitor. and
Oh,
go
hey, you
into
know
it.
what? I think we have a question about
Oh, we
this.
sure do. Hey, there's a question from Button Masher Caleb. With the disaster that was the announcement of Diablo Immortals at BlizzCon, is it time for gaming companies to realize that hyping and highlighting a mobile game at a conference for hardcores is usually a PR nightmare? In my opinion, if it was announced as a side project or in a short video clip or a blog, the backlash wouldn't be as severe. Discuss, my bros.
Well, I mean, it comes out to this whole point that the original plan for BlizzCon 2018, according to two people familiar with Blizzard's plans, was that Blizzard was to announce the mobile game Diablo Immortals and then end on a video in which the company co-founder was going to tell the audience that a proper Diablo 4 was in development. But they cut that. So when you think of what they were supposed to do, it makes sense. Like it's 100% acceptable. When you decided to cut that video at the end, I have no clue why you thought the front end of that was going to be enough. And so yeah, if you would have cut that away and throughout the weekend, just like BlizzCon does, there were other announcements that happened throughout the weekend. You could have dropped, hey, we don't have Diablo 4 ready to show you, but here's Diablo Immortals as like a little side perk, as a little gift, yeah, that would have been a million times better than what they tried to pull here, which was just a quick scam.
Listen, first of all, I don't really care for his verbiage of hardcore gamers at BlizzCon. Listen, when you go to BlizzCon, you're a fan of Blizzard. And if you have a problem with the fact that they have a mobile game out and your butt hurt, then don't go to fucking BlizzCon, okay? You're not a true Blizzard fanboy. How about that? And I don't want to hear this bullshit about the mobile gaming community, all right? It's getting big. Amazon held a tournament that had a $100,000 prize pool.
First of all, I never argue that mobile gaming isn't big, okay?
Guys, I heard that Sims 4 mobile is great.
Yeah.
It is.
I also heard Dragon Seeds or whatever, Merge Dragons. Or
Dragon Seeds is also great. You got this is all great. This is all great.
Pokemon Go.
I played a lot of Pokemon Go yesterday. That's like JazzE dropping that "Cash Me Outside." How about that?
So I feel a little bit for the Blizzard community, the Diablo community on this, because EA just did that to me with Command and Conquer. When they're like, hey, look, new Command & Conquer. It's a really dumb mobile game. I'm like, oh, man. Well, I downloaded it, tried it, and then went back to living a life of disappointment when 2 months later we found out that they're actually working on remastering Command & Conquer games. Why wasn't that part of the announcement? Like, hey, here's this stupid mobile game. By the way, we're working on remastering the old games. So, like, but the difference is I don't attack the company with venom. I'm like, EA, you ruined everything I like. This is dumb. I was just
No,
like,
you just do that to 2K.
2K. I approach it with disappointment. Like, well, it's another company. Why do you have to bring 2K up when I'm having a good time?
Just to get you fired up to realize this is not okay.
It's fine. Who cares?
This is why it's not okay, okay? You have Diablo 4 that clearly was removed at the end of this show. And from the statements is that people close to the Diablo team said it wasn't ready. They weren't ready to commit to an announcement, as Diablo 4 has changed drastically over the past 4 years and may continue to change further. Okay, so it's gone through 2 different iterations under different directors. They've really been tearing this thing apart and rebuilding it. That's fine. I don't need gameplay. Okay, pull a card out of Nintendo's pocket here and throw a Diablo with 4 fucking slashes and close it out. Show the Immortal mobile game. Everybody gets quiet and gets upset, and then right when you're like, everybody, it was a great time. Thank you for coming to the opening ceremony. Have a fantastic weekend. Oh, and yeah, we got one more thing for you, and just flash a logo. Just flash a logo and say in development and shut it down. Because you clearly have admitted that Diablo 4 exists.
Well, see, here's the problem, because here's what really happened, all right?
It's stupid.
I actually know people that work on Diablo at Blizzard.
No, you don't.
And, yeah, and this is what I was told. Insider information.
You don't know anybody that works on a podcast.
That's true.
JazzE, I'm looking forward to your insider information right now.
Yeah, this is very insider, all right?
This is going to be good.
The mobile game is called Diablo Immortal, okay?
Okay.
Then when they found out how horribly that went at BlizzCon, they realized, oh shit, Diablo 4 is actually just a clone of this game for console.
JazzE,
So we have
what
to
the
abort.
hell are you talking about? Just stop. Just stop.
They had to abort.
I need to leave.
They were like, man, we need to
Forever.
we need to abort because we just took a cologne of the mobile game, and that's Diablo 4.
A cologne. It's scented the same.
Cologne.
Yeah, the cologne.
It smells
That-
delicious.
Diablo.
This is just what the
Hellfire
insiders
and
told me. I
brimstone.
can't help it if their words
It's a
are
leak.
incorrect.
It's a you heard a JazzE leak here
Jazzy
first.
leak right here.
The
right or wrong.
The
you did it
problem,
right.
the problem I have with this too is that Blizzard has assured fans publicly that multiple Diablo games are in development. Right, we've heard this for months now, and so everyone got excited because they thought they were getting 4, and then when they didn't get 4, we got this phone game, and then Blizzard's response to all this, because they actually came out and went, wow, we didn't expect all this negativity. Really, Blizzard, who runs your company? Because like, I could have told you that if you would have came to me and said, here's my idea, I'd be like, well, yeah, if you want to get booed off the stage, that's a good idea. Like, it was plain as day that this was a bad idea. And so the fact that you were shocked upsets me even more. The fact that you publicly told people that upsets your crowd even more, because you don't understand your fan base, and you clearly don't understand what they're waiting for since 2012. Okay? We're not talking like Diablo 3 came out a few years ago. So I'm sorry that you have built Diablo 4 and it's gone in the wrong direction, so that you've started over multiple times. But again, a simple Diablo skull, 4 slashes, in development, close it out, would have probably, like, it wouldn't have saved face. I don't think you would have necessarily saved, you wouldn't have been like, this is the greatest BlizzCon ever, but you still would have been way better off than where you're at right now.
Well, Bethesda did the same thing at E3, where they had like mobile card games and stuff like that, and then they showed 2 quick, like 10-second trailers, like in development, and then people were still like, "Man, I wish we would have had more instead of this."
Right, but
People aren't going to be happy no matter what. I don't think.
So
But
Bethesda
they did a lot better job. I'll
Bethesda
give them
did that, and I'm not gonna lie. People that were like, yeah, we're not excited about Fallout 76. That's not my Fallout. You know, like, I didn't ask for this online garbage. Blah blah blah. I don't get. But you know what? The Starfield announcement and the Elder Scrolls announcement saved that show. If you would have ended on Fallout 76, you would have had people probably crawling on the stage trying to like murder somebody. Okay, but just 2 10-second like clips of a scenery and space, and they were like, Bethesda's good, man. We can't wait. Might be 7 years, but we can't wait.
I remember the crushing death in your and Juno Jade's heart after that Bethesda show. How can you say that? Because I remember how disappointed everyone was with that. It was a really similar level of disappointment to this.
It was okay. So here's the thing. Juno Jade was crushed.
Yeah.
She wrote a blog about it. She was very upset. I actually wasn't that upset. I thought, yeah, I kind of expected them to just be like, with teaser. Mm-hmm. I was hoping for a little bit more, sure, but because they gave it to us, I still gave them a pass. You didn't win E3. You didn't impress me, but you passed E3. This is your own show. This isn't E3. This is BlizzCon. Okay, this is your show. You put it on. The only thing you have is your stuff, and you can't even go on stage and actually hype up your crowd. Like, that is sad, and that is a problem. And And then the worst part of it is, with all these articles that came out, is that the excitement around Diablo 4 has kind of been tainted. Like, I'm not, like, next year if they do decide to talk about Diablo 4, people will be excited. Of course they will. But the problem is that the excitement that you would have had with that crazy just splash page is lost now, because now everyone realizes you were going to talk about 4 and then you pulled it. That's what the story is now. The story is that it was there. We weren't ready to tell you about it, but now you know about it, so surprise.
Do we think that people are upset, too, because really this year at BlizzCon there's nothing else aside from this potentially coming out? Like, they're in between WoW,
You're talking about they got a new Hearthstone expansion coming out, man.
Dude, they have a new Hearthstone expansion every other month, so
yeah,
that's not big news.
It's the only way they can balance the game.
The same thing with Heroes of the Storm. You get a new champion, so it's like WoW. They're in between. Overwatch, you're getting a new character, so like they're getting new characters.
Ash.
Every 4 months, every once a quarter. So there's no real like big hype like game or expansion coming out. So this was like what people were expecting, and it just didn't happen.
Well, because you hadn't done anything with Diablo since 2012 besides re-release it 17,000 times. So
well, I mean, they've re-released the game how many times? That's
17,000.
Doing something with it.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to buy it again on Switch, but still
remastered for the third time.
I know. But I don't know. This really disappointed me. I didn't watch BlizzCon because I didn't buy a virtual ticket, or I didn't, whatever. But when the news broke, I was like, so I was watching like a blog feed because I was at work or whatever. Or not, yeah, I was stuck at work on the weekend. But I was watching a blog feed, and the Diablo Immortal thing hit, and I was like, oh, cool. All right, then they're getting into Diablo news. Like something else will hit after this, and then the blog just stopped. And I was like, the blog must have broke or something. And then I found out, no, that was the end of the show. And I was like, what? And I just kind of went on with my day, but then turned around maybe a couple hours later to find just the internet on fire. So, I don't know. This was a huge miss for Blizzard, something they don't normally do. Blizzard is not... They don't mess up like this, especially BlizzCon. It's been a very positive show for a number of years.
Yeah, especially since their excuse is it wasn't ready. Like, give them something. Like, even if it's not ready, throw it out there. Like, what's it going to hurt at this point? You've already kind of, like, dropped the ball.
Well, yeah. It just comes back to, like, well, we might change it again. Well, then just a splash page, and let's move on.
Is BlizzCon over?
BlizzCon is over.
So I'm not getting Overwatch on the Switch this year?
Not if it was supposed to happen at BlizzCon.
Man.
But you are getting Diablo Immortal on mobile.